Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl, Yummy.com. Thank you for joining me, my internet friends. I am back with another Tipsy movie review for the holiday seasons. So, I recently watched and endeavored into the land of Vanessa Hudgens / Netflix world and watched Princess Switch 3. Now, I know what you're asking. Did you watch Princess Switch 1 or 2?
No, I did not.
I did not at all.
I've never seen either of them.
However, I have seen other people watch them. I've watched countless videos of, Dylan is not in trouble, a bunch of other reactors reacting to the garbage nonsense that is The Princess Switched. So I figured that would give me enough leeway, enough headway to go in and watch it on my own and see what my thoughts in fact were. How do I start?
People are gonna die. It's just terrible, but inevitable?
It's interesting. I'm a big Hallmark girl. I am a sucker for a cheesy, pleasy, yes, more easy, kind of a Christmas movie. I love Christmas movies. That I start watching them in July, and I don't stop until May. So it's I only get 2 months off of Christmas movies, for real. But I do in fact love them so much that I do not want to see them tarnished, because it's very hard to tarnish a Christmas movie. They're meant to be, by definition, cheesy, lovey, gooey, unrealistic, and all the things that you would normally have a critique about a movie. However, you have the leeway because it's Christmas. So how can you fuck that up? However, I do want to say, as someone who has not seen, again, let me stress this, never seen, not seen, probably won't see, the first and second Christmas Switch, Princess Switch, god damn it, I'm gonna have to fucking get that in my head, that I kind of liked it. I know that's probably not a popular opinion on the internet. It's a Christmas movie. It's a cheesy, gooey Christmas movie. It does the job. They have a convoluted situation.
We have a bit of a situation. The Star of Peace is gone.
There are some questions I do have as to why are the queen and king of this other land not home celebrating Christmas with their, place? It doesn't make sense. It's not like the other Vanessa Hudgens, which I'm calling Hudge 2, is going to be in this, land. She has to be home baking and doing contests for her home people because she's a queen now. But she's fucked off to Montenegro, took the king with her, and is just at that point I feel neglected. Regardless, by all intensive purposes, there is in fact a third one of them named Fiona.
Good news has arrived. Meow.
Meow to you as well.
Who is the cousin of
Maggie Moo.
and is dramatically different. Now, I want to say the one complaint, big extra exclamation mark complaint I had about this, I can handle the extra cheesy, I can handle suspending my disbelief for that long in this Christmas universe. I could believe that, the king and queen of another land would abandon their land to go hang out with their friend who looks like a girl but is not directly actually related to that girl. Fine. I could even believe that a baker has now become king and his daughter a princess. Fine. My question, why is it popular to now want to root for the villains as hard and as fiercely as we can? And why do we just accept the idea that our villains are not just our villains anymore? They are our future heroes, the ones that really want to do good. And why is Margaret all of a sudden feeling bad for what she did to Maggie? I don't understand. I just don't understand the motives. I do, in fact, want to spend the remainder of this video, because I think this is the most important part of the movie, ranking how hot their respective princes or love interests are, because let's be real, we're not gonna agree. I think it was a pretty okay, cheesy, Christmassy movie. It had a convoluted plot of trying to rescue some ancient artifact from a billionaire bad boy hotel tycoon. There was a scants and scouts. They were climbing and jumping and lasers and everything you would expect from any sort of cheesy movie, especially a Christmas one. I mean, maybe not especially a Christmas one. It was a little more hijinks in that, giving me Home Alone vibes. Not as good though. Anyways, besides all of that, as you can tell, I've had a little to drink, sorry. Besides all of that, I want to focus on the thing that I actually can quantify and understand in this world without having seen, you know, one or two. And that is how hot the princes are. Okay, princes and or kings in this regard, or queen consorts, because technically you are not allowed to be a king if you are not biologically set to be a king. You become a queen's consort or a prince consort of such, or you just stay a prince or whatever, which is why I was confused when they call their daughter a princess, because it's legally not, but it's fine. What I wanted to say is respectively how hot they are. Cool. The original one from like Chicago, Brooklyn, whatever, wherever they're from, the baker. She is the lead hottest prince. And I feel like it's because she got there first, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the first movie was all about her hooking up with the king. The second movie was about Margaret kind of like snaring and snagging her baker boy, and this third movie is all about Fiona and her love interest of the Interpol. So it's kind of like, you know, they got time to develop and, spoiler alert, get hotter along the way. Unfortunately for our first Hudgy, she got the basic bare minimum starter package for princes. She got the Ken doll blank slate of princes. He is boring, kind of not interesting, doesn't understand any of her interests, so I don't understand how they fell in love. And you know, I mean, maybe I would understand if I watched the movie, but I won't. I don't understand how they fell in love because they don't seem to have any of the same interests.
Right now. You know, it's deliciously exhilarating. Engaging in all this skullduggery.
Oh.
He's just a boring piece of toast, and not even toast, just white bread, because toast at least has a little bit of crunch and flavor to it. Like, you know, just white bread, not even Wonder Bread, white bread, like Food Lion brand white bread. He is very much that. Conventionally handsome, but like almost something uncanny valley about him, where it's like, we know you're supposed to be hot and you look kind of okay, but it just doesn't feel right in my soul to call you hot, especially when you're standing next to Smoke Daddy number 2, which is Kevin. Kevin, or king consort have Kevin, prince consort Kevin, which is what I'll be calling him because that is the proper term for him. I love him. He was so sweet and lovable in the first movie from what I saw. Again, I have not watched it. And in the second movie seemed like a lovable doll who really did love Margaret for who she was. I mean, kind of hard to do when she's wearing a giant bedazzled crown and I would only see dollar signs. But he, you know, seemed to like really love her for who she was, which is great and excellent and happy and lovely and, you know, giving the Christmas feels as we should. He went through a couple stages with his beard from what I've seen. I definitely love him more in this one. Love a full beard on a man. He wasn't nearly in this movie enough, which is another thing. I guess as you go along, you pay attention less to the other princesses or the other Hudgies that are the Hudgies of the past. You pay less attention to that one and you focus on the Hudgie of now, which is fine. You know, I get it. I understand. But Kevin was very lovely. Seemed very sweet. A little bit, again, I would say not white bread, banana bread. Is that racist that I'm naming them after food? I don't know. I would give him a banana bread. Standard, tasty, healthy, nutty, good, hearty. But you're still bread. However, our next guy, Peter.
Once you freshen up a bit.
Excuse you?
Messy becomes you, Bemmy, but it's a bit overdone. Here.
he is the star and the love interest to Fiona in this third one, and maybe it's because I've actually seen the personality of these guys, or this guy specifically, instead of just whatever, you know, YouTube commenters tell me this guy feels like. I loved him. He was super dynamic, super lovely. He had an edge to him. He just wanted the best for Fiona. Again, not as colorful as I would want for like a love interest, but you know, he tries his darndest and he cares, which is great, and his face ain't hard to look at all.
Like this.
That's hot. It took a lot of Googling for me and my roommate to figure out that he is in fact Alistair from Crazy Rich Asians, which was the asshole cousin who was the movie director who was fucking the bimbo, whatever. He is a interesting buff man, Candy, and I would give him, since we're going with the theme of bread, I guess I would give him a croissant, because it's flaky and good and I kind of want to take a bite and it will melt in your mouth. But I do think that there is room to improve. I think that if they find a fourth twin, that she could get the hottest of them all. Vanessa Hudgens, if you need me to be the fourth twin, I'll do it happily. I know it would be a little bit of a distress because I'm so much hotter than you, but I will happily do it.
Can't be the looks and brains of this operation. Just stop talking. Leave me.
I question whether this was really a good intentioned holiday movie or just an excuse for Vanessa Hudgens to kiss 2.5 hot guys. I mean, either way, respect, sis, because you got that Netflix check and them lips. But it did run through my mind like, so Vanessa Hudgens is just running around here kissing niggas. Great. Where do I sign up, Netflix? And also, like, I just think I think that I would give them credit because I think that they did a much better job with like putting them all together in the same shots and stuff like that, and like they're actually in the same place. It looked way more believable than the first one or the second one, from what I again know, because what?
I didn't watch it. But
Now you guys know on Tipsy Movie Review, I always give it a drink, and this one is a hearty, truly cider, I guess I would say. It's kind of a little bit flavorless, but it'll get the job done if you're trying to get tipsy. You know, if you're just trying to be in the holiday spirit, it'll get the job done. But you know, it's not necessarily my first recommendation for a holiday movie. With that being said, I'm Yummy.com. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't worry, I will be back, internet friends, so stay tuned.